What's up, everyone? Welcome back, all Reds advocates. And today we're here talking about the Manchester United versus Watford match review. Now, as probably a lot of you lot thought, let me just get straight to it. In the first half, I would say we were poor. Went back to the 4-2-3-1, which is what I predicted in the preview. I think that was the right move to make because I think the 3-5-2 just wasn't working out. We did win a few games, but it wasn't working out for me, and I don't think that's how the team performs at its best. Started sloppy from the defence. I think Lindelof, he started off really poor. In the first half, I think I gave him a rating of like 5 because he literally looked nervous, and I saw a few people on Twitter saying maybe Bailly should have started instead of him, but he kind of steadied out as the game went on, and obviously I'll get onto that. I think the problems that we were making was coming from playing out the back early on, and I kind of wrote a note saying, well, why do we persist on playing it out the back every time? And I think we were doing it a lot more before, but now sometimes you see they just kick it up the pitch. But what I'm saying is, sometimes the players have to take control, and that's a leadership thing. The players have to take control and say, listen, we're not playing it out the back because Watford are pressing and it's causing us problems. So just put it up the pitch, let De Gea pick out someone, and we go from there. So that's what I thought about that. And no doubt, like I said, we played poor in the first half. Watford should have been 2 goals up in 15 minutes. You know, it's crazy how slow and lackadaisical we started. And, you know, I think one of the reasons why we were so poor in the first half is because, like I said, playing it out the back. But when you do that, the transition from the defence to the midfield to the attack has to be quick. We were taking way too long on the first transition, which was defence to midfield. And then once we got to the midfield, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, so many touches on the ball so that the balls that were onto the attack became dead. And this is what I want to explain. The reason why Martial seems like he does nothing up top or is so isolated is because that transition is slow. You saw in the second half when Bruno or whoever, and we got those counter-attack opportunities, which is when the team plays at its best, he was getting those balls, he was getting feeded, and he was creating chances off of it. So that's the reason why sometimes because our transition attack is poor when a team is not attacking us, giving us the open spaces to counter on them. And yeah, the goal in the first half, Bruno, brilliant run. Dan James played him through, by the way. He had a decent game, but brilliant run by Bruno. Goes round Foster and he has to take him out, or he taps it into an empty net. And then Bruno with the calm penalty. Brilliant finish, and tough for him to get the first goal. Hopefully the first of many for Man United. And yeah, that was the first half, to be honest. I think we were lucky to be 1 up, but happy at the same time. I was happy that we was 1 up because that was a big goal for us, because in the end that just means in the second half Watford are gonna have to attack us more, giving us the open spaces to counter. And you know, that is how an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer managed Man United team plays best. Yeah. Second half, I think we were, just like I said before, we got the counter-attack opportunities, and every time Watford lost the ball in our end, we killed them. Bruno, he really showed his quality. His passes, some of the passes he pulled off in the game. And I have to shout out Mason Greenwood as well, because some of the passes he was playing in the game, long-range passes, but back to Bruno, brilliant. And he will bring the best out of Anthony Martial. Bruno's ability to look up, play a forward pass when Martial's making that run will bring out the best in Martial, and you will see him increase his goal tally every season if we have the right players and no injuries. You know, one part we did get lucky on is the handball for Watford. I think that was very poor defending from the corner. And we've been caught out a few times from corners this season, but thankfully, Manchester United came through and came in clutch. And yeah, disallowed ball, I think, was it Cathcart who handled it? And then Deeney just bundled it in. But yeah, handball, and then went up the other end a few minutes later. And then the quality from Martial there. You know, Bruno plays it through. Martial kind of brings it around. And you have to think about it, how this guy has so much quality. A lot of guys, when they go around the keeper, they snatch at the ball and probably hit the side netting, or, you know, just miss the goal or the target badly. He has the composure to turn around. He does that little skill and then lobs Foster. He sees where he is. He's far off his line and just chips him. And that is quality. That is top class. Best finish at the club, probably him and Greenwood. And we'll get on to Greenwood's goal. I mean, what a goal again. That was a counter-attack. And then Bruno played it to him and smashed it into the top net, top corner, top left, off the crossbar. What can you say? We've got a great youngster on our hands, and if he's looked after properly, he can go far for this team in this league. But yeah, some quality goals in a quality second half. And like I said before, Watford left so much gaps when they went 1-0 down in the first half. And in the second half, that just gave us opportunities to kill them on the counter-attack. And when Man United are given the opportunity to counter-attack, they will punish you, because we have speed and now quality in our centre attacking midfield position, which gives us the ability to counter-attack and also make the right decision when we're countering. Because more times out of none, Bruno will make that right pass. The defence was way more composed in the second half as well, because of how comfortable we were on the counter and the goals that we scored. I think the first goal for us really loosened up, especially Lindelof, because he played a lot better in the second half. Maguire had a solid performance. Shaw, Wan-Bissaka, I think all the back four, they had a really solid performance. And that brings me onto the ratings, to be honest. I think De Gea, solid performance. I'd say 7. Some could argue a 6. He didn't have much to do, but when he was needed, he did what he needed to do. Shaw, I think he was brilliant today. 7. Drove up those wings. You know, he's improving. He is very improving, and there's a lot of people that hate on Shaw. Some think unfairly, like me, and some think fairly, but he's, you know, as a player, sometimes you have to get over mental barriers. And I know it's been a long time since his injury, but he's had little niggles and injuries, and sometimes they put doubt in your mind. But he's performed well when he's been in the team, and yeah, I'm giving him a 7. Could have even been an 8. Maguire, I think 7 as well. Solid performance again. He is looking commanding. And with Bruno, someone who can actually put in a ball into the box, he is looking dangerous. He could have had 1, maybe 2 goals today. So that just goes to show. And when he starts putting them away, we will become an even more dangerous team. Lindelof 6, like I said, sloppy first few minutes, and he grew into the game. In the second half, he was much, much better. Wan-Bissaka 7. Didn't have much to do in the end, to be honest. But solid performance. Happy with him again. Fred, I'd say a 7. His first half, like everyone else, and I'd say the same with Matic as well. Matic actually got a 6, but Fred, solid performance. When he drives forward, he takes up some brilliant attacking positions. If he could finish, or if he learns to finish, improves in that junction, then wow, he could be a world beater. I think I put that on Twitter. Matic, I say a 6. First half he was poor, very poor, slow on the ball, taking multiple touches, but he improved slightly in the second half, like everyone else did. Onto the first wingers. Daniel James 6, solid performance, played the ball into Bruno, which led to the penalty. He will always give 100% Daniel James, and I wouldn't doubt him on that. So solid performance with a 6. Greenwood on the right side, 8. Brilliant goal. He took his goal well, played well all game. Brilliant performance from him. Some of the passes, brilliant. Yeah, as I said, took his goal well. Solid 8 that were there. And for me, man of the match, Bruno Fernandes with a 9. His passes, range of pass, knows when to pass, scored a goal, got an assist. Played in Martial, even though that won't count as assist, but he played him in for that. He just has a sense to know when to play the ball. And we've been missing someone like that, especially with Pogba out. So yeah, he gets a 9. Martial, I'll give him an 8. Again, Martial, he performed so brilliantly in this game. In the second half, I'd say. Because in the first half, he was so isolated, looked frustrated at times. And that's why people call him lazy. Because he just gets frustrated. And sometimes that's on him and definitely on the team. Because we're just not feeding him the ball quick enough. But yeah, second half, can't doubt his talent. Can't doubt his quality. And with the right players around him, for sure, this guy can get 25 plus goals a season. Mark my words on that. But in the end, let me get onto the subs. I say Chong, I gave them all a 6 because wasn't enough time to impact the game because it was already done. But Chong, he was positive. He could have scored a goal. Ricardo, he went through, tight angle, solid again with a 6. He could have scored, and good to see McTominay back. Solid 6 again. It's just good to see him, and hopefully we can just give him minutes so he gets back into match fitness and can hopefully help us in the final run so that maybe we can get Champions League football, whether that's 5th place or 4th place. But we should be aiming for 4th. But overall, I think it was an okay performance from us. First half, poor. The fact that we came out so poor maybe question Solskjaer's managing again, but we got the goal, steadied the ship, went into half time, we came out a different team, and whether that's down to Solskjaer's managing or just us being open to the counter-attack a lot more, you can decide, but we counter-attacked and that is what killed Watford today, because I don't think they played awfully bad either. So big 3 points for us, big 3 points in the end. Yeah, we needed those 3 points, we really did, and it was a good performance from. To be honest, it was just the game we needed, innit? Because you can say a lot of things, and this is why I'm kind of speechless, because you can say good performance, and it was a good second half performance, but I don't think it was down to Solskjaer. The counter-attack, we all know that on the counter-attack, that is when we're best, when teams are open and openly attacking us. In the first half, Watford did attack us, but they also defended. They held back. Then the goal went in. Second half, they came out and they attacked even more. And in the end, well, we know what happened. We won 3-0, and in the end, it could have been more. Really could have been more. So, in the end of the day, I'm happy with that performance. Nothing much to say. If we can keep playing like we have in the second half for the rest of the season, we should be good. But, 5th place now. We've overtaken Sheffield United, who drew the other day. Tottenham are 6th. We're in 5th place. 41 points. 4 points off of Chelsea. We need them to slip up. Whatever happens to us, it depends on them. But we need to secure that 5th position first and foremost. Whatever happens with Chelsea, if we continue to get the positive results, we should be fine. And hopefully we can get Champions League football next season. Whether we finish 5th or 4th, depending on how this appeal with Manchester City's ban from European football works out. But, yeah, Good win, 3-0 win. Bruno man of the match. Green with another brilliant goal. He's got a bright future ahead of him. Martial quality. Thank you for all. I can't even speak right now. My bad, you lot. But thank you all for watching Man United versus Watford. 3-0 victory. Nothing more else to say.